Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So I was tagged by the lovely Emily Barrow to do the Halloween tag, and as you guys know I've been a bit rubbish with my videos recently, so this just felt like a really easy, nice, fun, quick video that I could film to put up, slightly Halloween related. Halloween is my favourite season. Celebration. It's my favourite celebration. I like Christmas, but I'm not a massive fan of it. And like Easter's a bit boring, Halloween's the best. Let's be real, it gets me into the autumn spirit because otherwise I don't like autumn. Let's get to it. So, question number 1 is, what is your favourite Halloween movie? My favourite Halloween movie is probably The Nightmare Before Christmas or Hocus Pocus or something scary, like Sinister. If we're talking like horror movies to watch around that time, quite like Sinister. What else do I like? Quite like the Saw movies. The Saw movies are quite good if you want a bit of gore. And they've got a good story behind it if you watch all of them. I like to watch scary movies leading up to Halloween. So many, but my ultimate favourite Halloween specific movie is probably The Nightmare Before Christmas. Question number 2 is, if you were in a horror movie, how far would you get? Do you know what? I think I'd get quite far, depending on the type of movie. I feel like the film Halloween or like Saw, I feel like I would do quite well in a situation like that. I feel like I want to turn to you and see what you think, because you're right there.
No, that's because you know that I'll be absolutely rubbish.
I think I would do incredibly well in a Halloween movie.
I'd be dead in 5 minutes.
By the way, Pippa's sat just there watching me film, so this is why I'm talking to her. Yeah, no, I feel like I would do really well. I feel like I don't think I would survive. I think eventually I would probably die, but I feel like I would put up a really good fight, especially in like a zombie movie. I feel like I'm so prepared and I've watched so many like that I just know, you know, hit them in the head, knock off the head, kill the brain. That's it. That's how you kill a zombie, and I feel like I'm pretty strong. I could handle a shovel and like a rifle or something like that, and I think I would do well in a zombie movie. I feel like I wouldn't be stupid like some of these girls that you see in like horror movies when they're being chased by someone and they don't take off their heels. I'm like, come on, first thing you do, take off your heels. Second of all, turn on the lights. Why do everybody, they walk downstairs going, is anybody in my house? And they don't turn any lights on. Stupid. So I feel like I wouldn't be an idiot like that, and I feel like I would do actually quite well, and yeah, I think I would do. I don't think I'd survive till the end, but I think I would be like there for most of the part of the movie.
A couple of seasons of Walking Dead.
Yeah, I reckon I'd make it to like season 3 of Walking Dead, and then something will happen that'll be like out of my control. And yeah. What is your favourite memory of Halloween? My favourite Halloween memory is actually my mum one year when I think it might have been year 7, so I feel like you're like 11 years old, 12 years old then. My mum actually let me have a Halloween party and let me have like people to stay around my house, and we made like little ghost meringues. Well, not meringues, we bought the ghost meringues, but we made like icing ghost things, like literally like blobs of icing, and they were like the shape of ghosts, and we made like loads of Halloween treats, and I had like 4 friends to come and stay, and we stayed up really late and watched Halloween movies. And I think I was actually with this boy at the time. I was going out with one of my first boyfriends, and like he came around. He wasn't allowed to stay, but he came around, and we all went out trick-or-treating, and it was really good fun. That was really cool. I don't think I've ever been allowed to do something like that, but I actually had about 4 friends stay around. We all stayed in the living room, watched scary movies, probably like Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas, and any films that we could like sneak on without my parents knowing. Trick-or-treated, had my boyfriend with me, and yeah, that was a good Halloween. The next one is your best and worst Halloween costumes. I feel like none of mine have really been that amazing. I feel like one year I remember like proper dressing up as a cat, and like we fully made like, you know, we got like some tights and like stuffed them with newspaper to make like a proper tail, and I was like all in black, and I had actual like cat, like we went quite extreme with that. But I feel like all of my costumes have been like quite, you know, shop made lame cat or witch, like a vampire. But when I actually, I don't know, it wasn't last year, but the year before, I actually went to the hairdressers and they like did something quite cool with my hair. I went as a vampire and they had like fully like backcombed it, gave it like loads of height and then like slicked it all over to one side, so I had like a point going down the side, so my hair looked quite cool. I put in a lot of effort for that. But yeah, I feel like, you know, I've literally either been a vampire or like a dead person. But I do feel like even though none of my like costumes have ever been amazing, I feel like they've always looked good for what I've done. So how do you get into the Halloween spirit? I carve pumpkins most years. I've carved one last year, carved one this year with Pippa, and watch a lot of Halloween movies. I feel like because it's my favourite like celebration, the second it like hits October, I'm like, right, let's watch all the scary movies. And I do it all the time. Me and my dad are quite obsessed with watching things like Most Haunted and stuff like that. And I think it was last Saturday night I spent a lot of the evening with my dad watching like Most Haunted, and they went to this house which is like a proper council house, and it was like the worst place that these like, they're like if you don't know what Most Haunted is, it's a bunch of like paranormal investigators, and it's like a TV series, and they go to like haunted places and like just try to contact with the ghosts and things like that. Usually get into the spirit by watching a lot of like scary films or scary TV programs and like ghost things, and just the second October goes, I'm like, right, it's fine. The only reason I like autumn, Halloween, we're gonna get into this. Favorite Halloween decoration? I feel like it has to be a pumpkin. Though, do you know what? No, take that back. I do love pumpkins. Pumpkins are great. But we have got in my house, and it's something that we have had since I can remember, like as long as I can remember, we've always had these two little pumpkin like tea light holders, and we either put them in our window or put them out on like our front porch and put like little candles in them. And they're just so cute. They're like probably about like that big each, like quite small, but you put a little tea light in them and it's like a little pumpkin face. And we've had them literally since like I was like 10 years old, and before that we've had them for so long, and they're really cute, so I really like them. Name one unusual thing you are afraid of. I'm scared of spiders, but I don't feel like that's unusual. That's quite common. I don't know anything that's unusual. I feel like I'm quite like, I get quite freaked out when I'm home alone, and like do you know what, this could be something that's quite unusual. I feel like I've watched too many horror films, and I'm constantly petrified that if I look out the window when it's like pitch black outside and it's like nighttime, especially if I'm home alone, that like a face is just going to like appear and be like staring in at me, like watching me. Or like I'm gonna look out into my garden and just see like a man just like stood there, just like staring. Like I don't know if that's unusual or not, but whenever I'm home alone, it usually gets like this. Like I close every single curtain. I cannot look outside because I'm like, what if there's a man there like watching me? Vampires or zombies? That's a hard one. I feel like what Emily said in her video, like I would, if I had to choose to be a vampire or a zombie, obviously I'd be a vampire. I feel like a zombie would be easier to kill because usually they're quite slow. I know in some films they're not, but most of the time they're quite slow. So I feel like, you know, if you had the right equipment, I feel like they'd be easier to kill than a vampire who are like super fast and like you can only kill by getting like a stake in their heart. So I feel like I prefer zombie films much better than vampire films. But if I had to choose which one I'd want to be, I would be a vampire. So werewolves or ghosts? Ghosts. I think straight up. Werewolves, again, how would you kill one? What would you do? Though I feel like ghosts are more scary because, again, I always think like if there was a werewolf, like you could escape, you could hide inside your house. Whereas with ghosts, what do you do? If there's like a ghost in your house, who do you call? Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. If I had like a ghost in my house, I literally would have no idea what I would do, and like what would you do? Just what would you do? There'd be nothing you can do. Call a priest, come and like do an exorcism on my house. They're gonna laugh at you. Like I feel like because I live in Glastonbury, there's bound to be.
If you're nice to them and you tell them to leave you alone, that they will.
But what if it's like a demon?
What my mum told me.
That's what your mum told you. If it's like a demon though, if you've got like a demon in your house, I'm sure if you go, please demon, leave me alone, I don't think, have you watched Paranormal Activity? I don't think it's really gonna be.
Floating
If you've got a
babies
nice
out of
ghost,
pots.
yeah, if you've got a nice ghost, then maybe. But yeah, I just, no. Creepy dolls or creepy clowns? I feel like these questions are like, what do you prefer? And I'm like, I don't prefer either of them. However, I would prefer a creepy clown to come after me because creepy dolls, like, there's like a ghost attached to a doll. What do you do? And the final question is, do you believe in ghosts? Now, I don't know. I think there's a part of me that wants to say yes, but then the other part of me is thinking, I bloody hope not.
I think I believe in them because, especially children, you see them talking to things that aren't really there. And I feel like when you're younger, you do sense things. And that's why, like, my mum was
Yeah.
like, be nice to the ghost.
That's creepy.
But have you not seen all those videos of children talking
Yeah.
to walls? Florrie does
And
it.
stories.
Yeah.
Florrie does it.
Yeah, she'll just be like in here and then she'll be like, like out the window.
Oh my god, that's creepy. I think that is all the questions. If I missed any out, then oh well. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to comment down below whether you believe in ghosts or not, or any scary ghost stories that you have ever had. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know who I'm gonna tag, so I will comment some people down below who I want to do this. So check out the description and I will leave the questions down below. So if you just want to do this, just, you know, you go ahead and do it. But I will leave the questions down below for anybody who wants to do it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon with another spooky video. So keep your eyes peeled. Goodbye.